Hey folks, welcome back. We're back at it again with the post-commentary on this half of a Darkness Ablaze box. Here we have the cards all, pretty fanned out, ready for Instagram if I had one of those or knew what that was. Last time we saw a couple of V's, a couple of V and a VMAX. But we also saw this graph that we have going on here to show how many new cards get added for each pack of a box that you open. And you can see from that dotted line in the middle, that is the 50% point of the set. So we now have over 50% of the cards from the box, or just from opening the first half of the box, and we're going to see how much more get added to that over the course of these next 18 packs.
But you can definitely see that it's starting to flatten a little. The curve is flattening.
Yeah, we are flattening the curve, and not in a positive way. But just tends to be the case with any type of collection effort. I mean, you see this all the time, this law of diminishing returns that I brought up in an earlier episode, and now I can actually demonstrate it because I took 4 seconds in Excel.
Yes, and again, we are recording in post because we had a little bit of an audio issue when we were originally recording this.
Yeah, it just plain didn't record.
Yeah, so...
I mean, at least we got the video. I mean, this would be a very different recording if we did not have if we only had the audio and not the video, so...
Yeah, that would have really stunk.
Yeah, that would have been a worse situation.
I think we would have had to just buy another box and record
that. That's the real scary thing, This is something that I'm sure a lot of card opening channels don't talk about. It's just like the price of actually making these videos, I see a lot of people complain, like, not on our videos, but I know that I know that the sentiment is out there, this idea of like, hey, you guys are breaking up this box so that you get more content out of it. And it's like, yeah, like, for a side hustle which doesn't get revenue nor even views, $100 for one video is quite a steep price. So, splitting that up so that each video is only $50 is like still pretty crazy. So I don't for a moment look down on people that split their boxes into 4 videos. I mean, go for it. I mean, our first video was 30 minutes. That's way longer than I ever want a video that we record at this time. And then we got a reverse foil bird boy. It's pretty cool. And I like that Ampharos art too, because he's just really like just chilling out max and relaxing.
Acting all cool.
I don't know what you're talking about. Is that a reference?
Of course not.
And the other thing that you'll notice about this graph that does get a little bit wonky is because you're always guaranteed to get a rare card. This curve is likely not going to completely flatten for quite a lot of packs. Just because you're always guaranteed to pull from a select amount of cards that you might not have. But the existence of super rare and ultra rare and secret rare cards definitely weigh that heavily out of your favor. Now here, Pinkerton's the card that's actually a foil rare from this set, but again, here we are pulling it as a reverse. Just increasing our luck at pulling rare cards in reverse foil.
Yeah, it looks quite nice. The hollow on that is good. And there's our cool boy, Melmetal.
Is Melmetal your favorite, is that like your favorite legendary thing that exists? I know you don't like Melmetal as much as Melton. But...
Melton is so cute. You just can't avoid that. But Melmetal, I don't know, I had mixed feelings when he first appeared. But
yeah,
seeing his origins, he has a soft spot for me. So.
I can't wait until we get to see the Melmetal VMAX card that comes out eventually.
You think one will?
Yeah, well, he has a GMAX form in the games. There's another form of Melmetal, so pulling a cool special energy there. Always like seeing that. Fletchinder starting all those forest fires.
Yeah.
Did you read about that in the news today? Or maybe it was yesterday that it was broke, but like the redwood forest is on fire.
What?
So, we're having trees older than like the Roman Empire starting to burn down.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I know there's a lot of fires and
and that Blaziken's not helping.
Blaziken needs to just calm down a little bit.
Right. But yeah, no, I mean, it's crazy. It's like, is fire a natural part of ecology? In some places, yeah, it is. But you don't have trees that are, living that long, and say that fire is just a natural part of their ecosystem.
Yeah.
It's really horrible to see, and we're seeing so many footages now of like fire tornadoes, which is insane. I think the National Weather Service actually issued its very first official fire tornado warning.
What?
Because not that fire tornadoes haven't existed, it's just that they don't exist in like populated areas so much. But this one was approaching a populated area.
Where was that? Was this in California?
I'm not sure. It probably was. There was a reverse foil clang, pretty cool. Serena here, one of those like just kind of badass grass type Pokemon. There's not too many of those. They all kind of look weak or too cute.
There's nothing wrong with that, though. I mean,
it's fine, but you go back to the roots of Pokemon, and the original idea was that these were like monsters,
Yeah.
Like there were animals and there were monsters, and they've definitely swayed away from that, which I think was a positive thing. But you don't see too many Pokemon nowadays that are like, oh, that's terrifying.
I suppose, but.
I mean, okay, so here's an example. That's a positive example of one that's just terrifying.
But this is a cool card right here.
Yeah, the Salamence V. There's also a Salamence V Max, I believe, as well in this set. So, looking forward to completing that evolutionary line.
Yes, definitely.
And at this point, we're running on the top deck or top loaders. So we gotta hold on to this one top loader here for a really good pull that we hope to find. I mean, we already got a full art from the last episode, so the chances of us finding something equally awesome is pretty low, but stick around. Might be surprised. We were.
Yeah, yes, definitely. But yeah, we actually just went out and got a whole bunch more top loaders, so
yep, we have a lot more top loaders so that we can properly keep our cards safe. Bought some more product to keep the videos going so that we get that little adrenaline boost that someone watched a video and then never watched another one. There's Mimikyu. I remember in the original recording of this you said like, oh, that's like your second favorite. I mean, it's definitely top 50. But with over 700 Pokemon, top 50 is still really high praise.
I guess, but I mean, I don't know. That just seems like one that
I use
besides
Mimikyu
Porygon and even Ditto, Mimikyu is one that you frequently talk about.
Mimikyu is just really cool, and it's got a really cool concept that allows it to have a lot of different forms. You know what I mean? Like, you can have an Eevee Mimikyu if you want. Like, makes perfect sense.
You just have to put a little costume on it.
Right. I mean, it literally just makes a costume of things that people like. So, it's a really versatile Pokemon in terms of appearance, and I hope they do more with it. Here's another Mad Party card, Mr. Rhyme.
The host, the official host of this Mad Party.
Yeah. And you actually do run this card in a Mad Party deck. At least most people will tell you to, because it's another Mad Party card.
Yeah.
But you don't really run the Galarian Mr. Mime to evolve it with. It's just there to be discarded, because it's too much work to try to get it off. You want to use the Bunnelby, because the Bunnelby just requires 2 colorless energy, real easy to get that Mad Party out.
Okay.
It's really fragile, like something can definitely come along and just one-shot it, but it can deal like 320 damage.
That's not bad, yeah.
So that'll KO, I think, the strongest Pokemon in the game.
Hey.
And here we are. So this is what you're really looking for in this video.
Hey,
this
Piers.
Is the full art Piers. Probably one of the coolest gym leaders from Sword and Shield. And he definitely had like a cool arc to him. His arena's really cool. I don't know. They gave him a lot of personality.
They did.
And they integrated him well into the plot of the game with Marnie and the whole Team Yell situation. So, I mean, he's just one of the coolest ones. Him and Alistair are probably like the best gym leaders from Sword and Shield, in my opinion.
Now, Alistair was the dragon.
Nope, he's Ghost.
That's right. Yes.
Hey, there's my PC.
Well, maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah, I like how they have like that Gen 1 art in the computer screen just to show how old it is. Which now I feel like that is just calling me old.
You are old.
That's probably true. Okay, and now we got the reverse foil Clang set. We don't have the normal version of this card, but they're all there. Clang is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon. I would put it above Mimikyu.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Again, I just like the inanimate object Pokemon. And I don't know, Clang's cute.
Yeah, well.
I mean, and Clang...
Mimikyu, like, it will sit in the corner and just sew something pretty.
Yeah, that's not true. Have you seen its Pikachu disguise? It looks terrible.
No! Mimikyu!
It can't hear you.
Yeah?
Now we're really getting into like double territory where it's like, oh yeah, seen this one before. Hey,
yeah,
have you seen that Skitty? Really cute. Vanillish? Awesome. This actually may have been a new card at the time.
Yes, we're definitely really starting to pick up speed here.
All right, and here's another card that a lot of people are considering for deck options, from my understanding. This Toxtricity card, which has some decent abilities in milling your opponent's deck, which is pretty cool.
What is milling?
Milling? It just means that making your opponent put cards from their deck into their discard pile.
Oh, so it just forces them to go through it a lot faster, so you're trying to just go through their deck as fast as possible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if they can't draw, then they lose.
Okay. I haven't played the actual card game. I only just collected as a kid, so I'm still kind of learning.
Maybe we'll have to do a video. Maybe we'll get some starter decks, and maybe we'll get that Pokemon card game board game that they have.
They have a card game board game?
Well, they sell it in the board game section of like Target and stuff, but it comes with like 3 starter decks.
Okay.
That are supposed to like all be pretty balanced.
Okay.
Might be worth the buy. I think it's like $20 and you get 3 decks of cards, which I think they're full decks. I don't think that they're 2/3 decks.
Okay. Well, that could be kind of fun.
Yeah, maybe we'll add that to the collection.
Yeah. And got a Rowlet. Oh, and that chunky boy, that chunky squirrel.
Oh, I hate it. Oh, but I love this. I want more. Give me more Mad Party cards. And then another cool Lugia.
Nice.
Again, it's hard to get too excited. I mean, when you're a kid and you pull like a legendary, you're like, oh my gosh, I got a legendary. But like, it doesn't mean too much in the TCG. That's just another colored piece of paper.
Yeah.
I mean, like in the original TCG, like in the first 3 or 4 sets, like I would say the only usable legendary was really like Articuno. Mewtwo was garbage. The promo Mewtwo was good, but the original Mewtwo was garbage. Moltres just wasn't great, and Zapdos just took too long to get anywhere. But because of like the Blastoise Rain Dance decks, there's a rare occurrence.
Oh yeah.
Of the double Wimpa, and then here we go.
Oh,
and
hey.
This is really just like a foreshadowing for what's about to happen later in this episode, even though there's not much left. But here we go. We're pulling that Eternatus. I love this card. I think his inclusion in Sword and Shield was amazing. So in Sun and Moon, they introduced...
Spoilers.
It's not spoiler.
Is
Come
it?
on. No one can say spoilers to Pokemon games. They don't have a story. So in Sun and Moon, they introduced these Ultra Beast Pokemon, like Pokemon from a different dimension. And everyone was like, okay, they're just gonna like ignore that in the later games. Like, they're gonna have to find a way to include all these weird alien Pokemon that shouldn't be here. Mm-hmm. But they brought him back because I believe Eternatus is an Ultra Beast. So it's the only Ultra Beast in the Galar region, and it just comes to be a big bad.
Big bad boss.
Big bad boss.
Alright, we're getting down to our last 3 packs.
And here you can really see that graph is super leveling off here. So the real spoiler of the video is we're gonna pretty much fizzle out here at about 2/3 collection. So after opening 36 packs, you get about 2/3 of the set. And then the rest of that third is pretty much just unpulled holo rare or higher, with a few rare cards sprinkled in there.
Yeah, so kind of at that point, it would just be better to buy them individually.
I mean, it always is. It's always better. And Whoops. Okay, so my computer just like just actually went to sleep mode, which I didn't know was something that could do when you're recording, but I guess when it's not plugged in, which it isn't, it can do that. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so I did some extrapolation, which again I think is not a fair comparison for this, because again, this, the packs have set pull rates and everything has a certain rarity percent, pull. But for my basic baby stat calculations, we're looking at like it would take about 242 packs to complete a set, which is just over a case.
Wow.
Which is 6 boxes.
That's a lot. It would be fun to like have that anticipation of
but I mean like
pull.
But again, like paying $600 for a set when you could probably buy the whole set for, I would say, no more than $300. It's pretty crazy to think. And again, that's only for a chance to get them all.
Yeah.
Again, I really do want to go on TCG Player or something sometime and just look and see how much of this set can I get by buying for $100. For the price of 1 box, what can I get?
Yeah,
just buying like loose leaf cards. And, I just can't be bothered. Oh, there's another one of those fossils. That's like the most unfortunate looking one, where it just looks like it's screaming in agony all the time.
Again, I want to see what they look like when they're put together properly.
I told you, there's tons of like fan art of it. And then here we go.
Hey!
There's the Eternatus VMAX. We pulled the Butterfree V, Butterfree VMAX, Eternatus V. Gonna get the Eternatus VMAX card here. And I just love his color scheme. Like that real sharp, like navy blue, midnight blue with that red. It reminds me a lot of, what was it, Diaboromon from the Digimon movie? Hey, if you know what I'm talking about, like, speak up. But real talk, like, that was, like, one of the coolest Digimon when I was growing up. And Eternatus really just kind of evokes that image, so that's probably why I like him so much, and I think he's really cool. But hey, you know what, that was the last card of the pack, so, I mean, all in all, again, we pulled 8 good cards, which is V or higher. Really amazing pulls. Happy to get 2/3 of the actual set in this, pulling these just random booster packs. And again, we even have more on the way, so we're gonna see if we can get that number just a little bit higher, fill up a little bit more of those like actual sleeves in our book. And here's a little fun trick if you waste your childhood learning card magic. But here, let's take a look at this graph real quick so you can actually see the progression. And with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day, and as always,
thanks for watching.